For a long moment, neither of them moved. The sunlight caught the crown's edges, scattering tiny reflections across the corridor like shards of broken gold. When she finally spoke, her voice was low but sharp, trembling between command and disbelief. "What do you think you're doing?" she asked. "I gave birth to you. You will do as I say, young man." The young king straightened slowly. His cheek still burned where her hand had landed moments ago, and the sting of it felt like the echo of his childhood: obedience, fear, silence. But he was no boy now. "No, Mama," he said quietly, his voice strained but steady. "Not this time." He lifted a hand, finger pointed as if to hold her words in place. "Look, Mom. I have so much respect for you. And I have so much respect for Dad. But I promised him I wouldn't make the same mistakes he made with you." Her eyes widened, a spark of shock, then fury. "How dare you?" she hissed. "What did you just say to me?" Her fingers trembled, heavy with gold rings, and her voice rose, rich with anger and something deeper, the fear of losing her hold. "I made your weak father the man he was. Without me, he would have been nothing. Look at him now, lying there like a vegetable, clinging to life because he was too soft, too sentimental to rule." The words sliced through the air. The king's heart thudded, a mix of rage and grief pounding in his chest. He looked at his mother, really looked at her. The lines of power on her face, the shimmer of tears she would never allow to fall. Beneath the gold and command, she was still the woman who had once carried him, fed him, shielded him. And yet now, she was his greatest adversary. He bent down and picked up the fallen crown, the cold metal biting into his palm. When he placed it back upon his head, something in the room shifted, like the air itself recognizing a change of power. "This discussion is over, Mother," he said, voice low and final. He turned to leave, but paused. The sound of his sandals against the marble stopped midway down the corridor. "Without looking back," he said, "tomorrow morning, your beloved son Akojua will be escorted by the royal guards out of this kingdom. For good." The Queen Mother's breath caught. The gold bangles on her wrist rattled as she reached for him, but he was already gone, his robe sweeping behind him like a storm leaving the palace in silence. She stood there, staring at the lion statue, its bronze eyes fixed on the doorway where her son had disappeared. For the first time in years, she felt small inside her own palace. And beside her, the crown's reflection still